Hello everyone. I know it's not often I bring you into the creative process, but I wanted to show you what I was working with at the moment, which is this thing. It's been more awkward than I thought it would be. Oh, it's a good sign. It's so stressful working on these because they are so iconic and I have to get them looking perfect. Because they're something that a lot of people will see. This is even more awkward than the other side because this room in here is just completely open. This is a gift shop. There's lovely red walls. And then if you look up towards the ceiling, you can see all the carvings in the roof space and that kind of thing. So not only does it have to work from the outside, it has to work even more from the inside because it's so symmetrical and pretty in here. It's already been a pain because these walls aren't thick enough to support another block being put in here. So I'm going to have to line these walls with carpenters to make them red. So that's not great, but it's not the end of the world either. I've already had to make some changes. In reality, these stairs that line the top here and along here as well are perfectly flat. But if I did that, there was just not enough framework to put some detail in this area here. You can see because it's not symmetrical, I've been playing with various things. My original plan with this bit was to just move these windows back a block, but then that puts them out of line with these windows down here, which is absolutely not acceptable considering the necessary view from inside. So that's been fun. What is up with that window? This window looks fine. This one is glowing. Is there not a block above this? Oh. There we go. I would say normality has been restored, but I think these barriers have to go. The next thing that I've got to do is finish off this point here. I have no idea what these pointy bits are called. I think there is a name for them. But who knows? And then I'm going to start working on the inside, I think. I'm back. It's quite a while later. I think I just gave up on this room for a bit because I knew in my gut that lining the walls with carpenters wasn't the right move. And it became especially apparent when I realised that there were paintings on the walls. And having them be half blocks would make that considerably worse. I did manage to fix a problem though. So the only major problem in this room were these doors that were too close to the corners. So I searched and searched for a picture of them from the outside, which was very hard to find, funnily enough. Because who really thinks they're that important? But I found out there was actually a strip of these horizontal blocks going up here to separate the main building from the front of the pavilion. And once I filled that in, it meant these doors could move over a block, along with the windows above them. And that means there's an actual corner here now. So once I worked all that out, I found out that this didn't have to all be carpenter's blocks. It was a huge relief. But then here comes the second part, which is things that are easy to do but have to be done en masse. So what I've done so far is place all the carpenter's blocks, well, most of them at least. And these have to be carpenter's blocks because they're red but they've got the black panelling on them, which is going to have to be an overlay. Otherwise it looks weird. And that applies to all the insides of these door arches and along the bottom of each room. And thanks to the lovely way our lighting is set up, then half of these walls are going to have to be carpenter's blocks as well, just to let the light through into the rooms below. I'm not sure which red to go for. I don't really want it to be wool. Clay looks like it might be a bit unsaturated, but all these textures are going to change anyway, so I have no idea. I think I'm going to go with woolen clay for now. It's obviously going to match the wall quite well, which is going to be used in the carpet of these rooms. Now here comes the fun part. What is the view distance on? Because my computer is not very happy. Oh. Also, oh. I love how you can look over there and see the rest of this Louvre, and it's just like, oh. And then you look over there and see some of the largest chunks on the entire server, and then, oh. I know I'm going to have to move it away eventually. It's going to be so sad when that day comes. This looks so tall to me, this seems wrong. But this room is actually shorter than the previous red room. So, I don't know. Okay, stop overthinking. There's no major stumbling blocks at the moment. Everything is fine. We have that. Now we need just this block. But let us partake in some Worded magic. What is this? 70414. Excellent. I know this is crazy to think, but I think some things about the server have changed since I've moved it to the host. Which it shouldn't have done, because I just copied all the server files over directly. I'm sure there's some effects and lighting features and things like that that are just different now. It's quite concerning, to be honest. Okay, this might not entirely work. Okay, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to copy from the centre of one of the windows is the best way to line up a room like this. So this wall can come with me. There's barely any room between the windows and the wall now. I guess warded it to the rescue again. Hopefully it doesn't break everything. We should be able to just run this command again and have a nice wall. A reminder for everyone who ever visits the Pangea server, please do not do this. It can go so wrong so very quickly. It's very fun though. I feel like that applies to many, many things. Stuff like this makes me miss having an assistant. If anyone wants to reply to be my assistant, please join the Discord and let me know. The only requirement is that you have to be absolutely dull and boring. Because I keep meeting weird people and then talking to them and not getting any work done. It's not ideal. I'm sure they know who they are. Whoops. See what I mean? I think this room is throwing me off so much because in the previous Louvre it was accidentally so beautiful and symmetrical and effortless, but in this one it's definitely not. It's not even square. And it just makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong by continuing to work on it. But it's fine. In reality, I don't think it's that square either. I should stop trying to impress Pangean standards upon areas where it does not belong. Well, that's enough red for now. I think we're good. Now, what was that wood called that I used? Dark wood. Okay, that makes a massive amount of sense. Yeah, this is just black. Now let's see if this in fact fixes the problem of the shadow, or whether it just is also shadowed. You know, I'm starting to think that in the previous version of this room it might have been shadowed also, but it was just too dark to tell. The small details do not matter. Oh my god. You know what, this was going to be another one of the things that I ignored forever, but this is too annoying. These holes have to go. Sometimes the only motivation I have to fix things is falling through the same hole multiple times. As is life. Right, well, this can go. And there we have it. We have a room that looks like a viable space now to actually do something with. I think the next step is going to be to put the roof on and then work out everything that goes between here and the roof.